It's time to start, and I'm glad to have you all at today's webinar. My name is Anton, and I represent Staffcop. Um, Today, I will tell a couple of words about our company, its history, how we position ourselves on the market, and how our solution works and how you can profit from having Staffcop in your portfolio, what benefits we also provide to our partners. Today's webinar are also held together with our distributor company called Indemnity Tech and Akanksha is our representative in India. I will now, I'm going to share some file presentations, which you will be able to see while I'm speaking. Now it should be visible. Let's get started. Yes, all right. So to start with, the company is called Atom Security LLC, and for more than 10 years we have been developing solutions, software solutions for various purposes. It included employee efficiency evaluation, information security, and remote administrations. And at the beginning of our history, we competed with so-called classical DLP solutions that use a gateway model to intercept traffic and to apply various blockings for data leak prevention purposes. However, this approach, while it was implemented at a number of our customers, including government organizations in Russia and large enterprises, this approach indicated to have a number of issues. The first issue was that such approach of having a strict DLP solution, it slowed down companies' processes a lot. For example, no emails were allowed to send out of the company perimeter until they got checked by information security officer. The second issue with such systems was that they required a lot of server capabilities, and it also required a lot of money investments to firstly to buy hardware and then to have to store all the data. And the third issue with such systems was that actually even the strictest DLP policies couldn't manage to actually fully prevent the data leakage, because if an employee wanted to steal some corporate data and he couldn't do it with a USB drive or something, he could just observe it or maybe photograph it or write down on a paper and to get it with him. So that's why we collected all that feedback from our customers and decided to develop our system in a different approach. So this approach was more of analytical sides. That's why we position ourselves not as a classical DLP solution. However, we position ourselves as an insider risk management solution. So the idea is that before people want to do some malicious action, the behavior changes in some way, and we could predict it by observing the abnormal behavior of employees, contractors, or anyone else who has some access to critical resources of the company. That's why we focused on a single solution and on this approach. And now our flagship solution is Staffcop Enterprise. For that period, more than 3,000 customers have successfully employed our solution from more than 45 countries. And for the last, if I'm not mistaken, 5 years, we have been successfully working with Indemnity Tech as well. For working with customers and in India, because we prefer to work through our partners in regions, so our customers could have a better customers experience, and also to create mutual success points to gain money together with our partners. So I also mentioned that we are now positioning ourselves not a DLP solution, but mostly as an insider risk management solution. So what exactly are insider risks? Actually, there are two definitions that I would like to tell you about. We have insider risks and insider threats, and they differ in the grade of intention. So insider risks, it's when, for example, you leave your computer unblocked with some confidential information on the screen, and this is unintentional. So everyone can pose an insider risk to a company if that person has access to some critical information, and if he is neglecting the basic rules of information security, for example, having weak passwords or something like this. So this is unintentional. On the other way, insider threats are when people do malicious actions on purpose. So, for example, stealing some corporate data, or maybe archiving some important data in order to blackmail afterwards. That's why on the market there will be a growing need for solutions for insider risk management, as well as DLP solutions also. And here, where you can use Staffcop as an additional to some classical DLP or monitoring systems. So how exactly Staffcop works? Staffcop Enterprise is an all-in-one solution. So no, we do not charge for every module. We have all the functions embedded in a single distribution that can be managed from a web browser from any point of the world if you have internet access. It also can be used to monitor remote employees, because people do not have necessary to work in the same local infrastructure. Their computers need just to have access to internet to be able to ping Staffcop server. So speaking about our technical advantages, our reports are built with the usage of OLAP technology. It means that you can drill down from events to reports and build reports with other kind of incoming data to filter, because our competitors mostly offer a range of preset reports that cannot be customized. However, in Staffcop you can fully customize all the reports. And Staffcop Enterprise is based on client-server architecture, as I already mentioned. So you can deploy the system within your infrastructure on some server hardware, and then you install monitoring agents on the computers or terminal servers that needed to be monitored, and then they collect data and apply security policies due to the preset rules, and then send the collected data to the server for you to analyze it and manage. Yes, before systems like DLP or um, inside the risk management software were applied and popularized, mostly people in the companies, they did not realize the importance of having an information security shield, because they thought that it was not the risks were not so dangerous. However, after they had some serious data leakage that could lead to reputational losses and also financial, they realized that simple conventional tools like monitoring from webcams or having a strict labor policy was not sufficient. And when you have such a software system that monitors across multiple endpoints and that is able to alert the information security officer in case some abnormal behavior is detected, this is far more useful and powerful method than just some conventional security tools. Talking about our competitive advantages, firstly, I also mentioned that we have all Cube technology for building customized reports. Everything is managed in a single web console. Then talking about the financial advantages, we offer not only subscription-based model but also perpetual license, and we use only self-developed components together with open source components. That means that you do not have to pay for some database management system like Microsoft SQL or something like this. And it doesn't require a lot of server capabilities. Our monitoring agents are quite lightweight. For our partners, we offer deal protection system. It means that if you register a deal for a company by sending us some basic information, we will then keep this deal for you. So in case the customer comes to us willing to buy directly, we will redirect it to you. We can also provide our partners with all the documentation, and we have a number of tools. For example, after this webinar, I will send you some brochure with use cases that I will mention a bit later. And we also have some landing pages with information security quiz. We are ready to share leads from regions that we have, and also we can organize and together encode outreach campaigns in email or LinkedIn if we have, for example, databases of prospect customers in India that can be that you can use to reach them by email or LinkedIn or something like this. So I will also tell you about some use cases that we have driven from the experience of our customers. I will also include the full brochure after the webinar. So the first use case that is a very common thing, an employee decided to leave the company at some point, and also he decided to steal some data. It, for example, can be a sales manager who decides to go to a competitor with the customer's database. So such an employee, before his dismissal, he archived a lot of data into a zip archive to take it with him. However, Staffcop detected this abnormal behavior by applying the policy which monitors archivers. That is how this data loss was prevented with the help of Staffcop. The second use case, which is also quite common, is stealing data with the USB device. In this case, an employee was aware that monitoring system is installed at the computers of employees. That's why he decided to use the laptop of his neighbor while this person was out for lunch break. He observed his password and used a USB drive to copy the sensitive data in order not to be detected by security officers. However, they mentioned that they noticed it in Staffcop, and they could see that this USB drives was also connected before at the and the computer to the computer of that malevolent employee, and that's how they prevented this data theft. Another example is connected to an accountant. So in some company, quite small company, they had an accountant who had a really clear and nice reputation. So he was trusted the access to financial system and bank accounts of the company, and someday the internal audit found discrepancies between the bank statements and financial reports, and with the help of Staffcop, they noticed that this accountant made fictitious entries in the bank statements and used the access to bank accounts to transfer money to himself. So I think if anyone has any question at the moment, please ask them in chat. I will try to answer them. And after the presentation point, I will also demonstrate my screen how to show you how Staffcop looks like. So please proceed with the questions. And Akanksha, if you have a word, please, you're welcome. All right, I will start with the demonstration of the admin panel of Staffcop. If any questions will rise during that, please write it in chat. I will answer them afterwards or by email. So now I am sharing my screen. So I think my screen should be visible now with Staffcop admin panel. Is it visible? Akanksha, please let me know Yes, all right, Sanjeev. So this is how Staffcop looks like, and you can see that it is divided into three parts. So the left part is the constructor or policy tabs. Here we choose the criteria of data filtering. Here we choose the narrowing data. And the large right part of the window is so-called lens, which represents the output of the filters that we have. So, for example, I'm choosing some period of time. Let me choose this year so we have more data. You can filter the data by event type. Here you can see a number of data collected by Staffcop. It also includes such events as web sites visiting. So if we click it, we can have a list of websites visited by users with all the details, including the time, the URLs, the browser, and etc. We can also see screenshots. To see screenshots, we should change the representation type as like this. If we click a screenshot, then we can see what an employee was doing and the specified period of time. And also we can see the title of the application in which he worked at that time and all the details. So this is one of the simplest methods of using Staffcop Enterprise to get the data that is needed. You select the event type and see the output at the right. Let me show you also some preset reports that we have. And one of the mostly used and most popular reports to track employees' productivity and efficiency is a so-called combined report. That is used to get an overview of employee productivity. So we can see that it consists of mostly It consists of the graph that represents employees' activity with relation to working hours. And it also has a table with more details. For example, when the employee started his work day and the difference between his working schedule that can also be set up in Staffcop. So you can see other information like active time and productive, etc. The graph is colored in different colors that help you to get the picture of the employee's productivity. For example, green ones are for productive activity. The purple are for neutral, the red one is for some incident. However, you can correlate it the way you need in the policies. So, for example, we see that this employee had a lot of unproductive or maybe malicious activity, and we are interested in getting a deeper picture into that. So we click it to get the details, and this is where our OLAP Cube technology is applied, because this technique is called drill down. Online video platform. So this is what actually he was doing. He was watching some videos online, and let's check. He did it in Chrome. He was watching something on YouTube. Yes. If we need to compare productivity by departments, we can also do that by checking corresponding reports in our list of preset reports. So here you can see that we have time tracking, preset reports, and various other reports. For example, the report for software or hardware inventory. So let's check the activity, the productive time by department to see who. Here we see that. Let's check it. Yeah, here we see a number of departments, and we can check the employees inside them. And we see that most unproductive was in this one, and his department was most productive. Talking about other preset policies, we also have some detectors that can be used for, let's see, for optical character recognition. It means that if an employee if we need to recognize text or maybe PDF files, screenshots, or maybe some documents represented by images, we can use our built-in OCR server to use it and get more data. Actually, there is a number of other policies and presets, and they are customized. For example, I can show you how create your own reports at some simple example. And also before that, before I didn't forget, we also can have an employee card. We can choose some employee, and something got hanged here. Yeah, select one dimension. Full name, username. Let me. Yes, our demo server is slow for some reason already. So I will show you an example of how to create your own custom reports. It will be done with the constructor that I previously mentioned. So, for example, I need to build a website filter for a specified user. So initially, I choose event type, web. I choose the time period, and I choose the specific user. So at the right part of the window, we will get all the websites visited by this user. We can change the representation by making it not a table, by, for example, a linear chart or a pie chart. And here we will also add some dimension like domain name. Here we can see that he mostly used Google or Yandex, and also the counter .ru. When we have the desired data and representation, we can save the filter into our own filter website by user, for example. And we also can specify the regularity of notifications and the email. For example, we need this report sent daily, weekly, or monthly to the manager of this employee. In such a way, you can create any future with the help of this constructor. What exactly? All right. So I'm not able to show you all the function of Staffcop because it's quite a huge system. If you do not have any experience with it at the moment, I'd recommend to get the free trial version or request Akanksha for some test period. And now I'm going to answer the question about system architecture. It's client server based or cloud based. So it is client server architecture, but it is not cloud based. It is deployed on premise. However, it is distributed as an ISO image, and you can choose either to deploy it on your server, on the hardware server of a client, or you can choose some cloud provider like Amazon or Google Cloud or any other provider of your choice. You then create an instance of virtual machine and install Staffcop there. So I hope this answer was helpful. Anyone else? I will allow a couple of minutes more for your questions. We have encountered some microphone problem at the connection between Akanksha and our demo. So anyway, it was great to have you today. Thanks for your attention. Please address all the questions that you might have to Akanksha. And after the webinar, as I promised before, I will send you the additional materials that can be used. So thanks for your time today. Goodbye.